Okay, here is my redo hoop video. I'm just going to show you the warm-up and cool-down stretches that you told me to redo. So here we go. First you have to do chest rolls, and then you do chest rolls in the opposite direction, and then you do hip rolls with your feet about hip width apart. And then you do hip rolls again in the other direction, keeping your stomach tucked in and tight. And then you take the hoop and you do the backward stretch. You come all the way back. You have the hoop touch your hamstrings. And then you come forward to the forward stretch. Come down, lift your head up, breathe in. Roll your head down, exhale, breathe in, exhale, and then last is the sumo stretch. And you come down and you push your knees out, stretch the inner thigh muscles. Okay. It says stop. Yes. Okay. Now I'm going to start teaching my class the redo of everything you told me to redo. So, hi, my name's Natalie Healy.
Hi, I'm Carrie Healy.
And I'm teaching your class today. I've been hooping for about 3 years, and I'm really excited to get to know you and teach you how to hoop. Tell me a little bit about yourself. How long have you been hooping?
Oh, just briefly, about the last month or so. That's about it.
Okay. Well, I'm excited, so let's get started. First, we're going to learn forward stance. I'm going to show you first exactly what to do, and then you just, then we'll move on from there. So forward stance. So that's basic forward stance. If you notice my posture, I have my feet 1 foot forward, whatever foot feels more comfortable. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, and or I guess right under your hip. And then your knees are always a little bit bent. You don't want to lock them. And your pelvis needs to be tucked under. And then your chest up and out.
Okay.
Okay? So first, before we get into actual the forward stance, we're going to try doing a little momentum drill.
Okay.
All you're going to do is stand with the proper posture, chest up, and you're just going to push the hoop around you without rocking, just to kind of feel the momentum of how fast the hoop is going to be moving around you. So go ahead and try. That was perfect. We'll try it one more time. Perfect. Now, from this momentum drill, we're going to start talking about power points. There's 2 power points that your body is going to hit the hoop. So it's not a big circular motion. It's actually just a rocking back and forth motion.
Okay.
You're going to be hitting the hoop, since your right foot is forward, you're going to be hitting the hoop right above your right hip, and then parallel, or not parallel, but diagonally on the back of your left side.
Okay.
So before we get the hoop going, let's try a tempo drill where we're just doing a rocking your hips back and forth motion to the right there, and then go a little faster, a little faster, a little faster.
Okay.
Perfect. All right, so now I think we're ready to start actual hooping.
Okay.
So make sure your posture elements are all there. Remember your power points.
Okay.
And then it's just like in the momentum drill, your hoop is going to start hooping first, and then you start rocking.
All right.
A little bit too much momentum,
Okay.
but that's okay. Perfect. You had it down perfectly. You had about 6 rotations. That's great.
Oh, I hit her on my knees.
Yep, make sure your knees are bent. Awesome. Well, I think you got it down pretty well. So we're going to move on to side stands,
All right.
which is very similar. It's still waist hooping. It's very similar to forward stands. But first, just let me demonstrate exactly what it is. This time, instead of one foot being forward, my feet are parallel to each other. Make sure you keep your knees bent again, pelvis tucked, chest up, and I'll show you. So that's exactly it. If you notice the little
And
bit
your
of the
PowerPoints
difference,
are different?
the PowerPoints are different. That is very good observation. The PowerPoints, instead of being on the hips or on the upper front and back, it's on the sides now. So you're actually rocking back and forth in this direction.
Okay.
You're hitting here and here, here
Okay.
and here. So I think, unless if you want to do another momentum drill or do a tempo drill, we can start if you like.
Okay. Let's try it.
Okay. All right. Make sure you just have your posture elements, and you didn't give the hoop enough momentum that time. And your tempo's a little off, so let's do a tempo drill really quick.
All right.
Okay, so we are just rocking your hips back and forth. Do a little faster. And a little faster. And a little faster. Perfect. Okay, so you're going to be about the second one we did.
Okay.
Okay? So go ahead and try. Tempo is a little off still.
Okay.
You got it? You were closer that time? You're doing good. Just keep practicing. There you go. You had it. You had it for like 4 rotations. That's perfect. That's great. All right, so we'll give a little break on that, and we'll move on to some off-body movements.
Okay.
This is going to be called passing, so we're going to take the hoop over. Yep, that's perfect. A lot lighter hoop. That will be much easier for you.
Okay.
So we're going to start with passing, and basically I'll demonstrate for you first
Okay.
exactly what it is. Now this is just a basic pass.
Okay.
Now, what we're going to do, you're going to hold it in your second hand first. The first hand is always the opposite that the hoop is rotating.
All right.
Your hoop rotates to the left just like mine, so your right hand is your first hand. We're going to start off going with the second hand, and you're going to basically like draw a circle on the grass and move in the natural direction at the same time.
Okay.
So you're just going to draw a circle like this in the grass. When you get to the back, you're going to take your first hand and place it like you're grabbing something out of your pocket. And then you're going to grab the hoop like that,
Okay.
and then bring it back around with you, all
Okay.
while turning in your natural direction. Perfect. That looks beautiful. Good job. You can do a lot of fun things with this. You can get faster. You can stand still. You can move it up. Well, don't do that. That's a halo. But we will talk about that right now, actually.
Okay.
So we're going to go over a second hand halo. And as I just told you, the second hand is going to be your left hand personally.
Okay.
And I will demonstrate for you. So that is what the second hand halo looks like. Excuse me. To get started, you're going to place your hand up and hold it. Bring your arm above your head like so. And then you're going to just bring it around. Give a little momentum in your hand.
All right.
Perfect. Here there are 2 power points again. You're hitting the hoop in the center of the front of your hand and in the center of the back of your hand. You're just hitting it back and forth.
Okay.
I like to grab at the hoop sometimes, so then that way, every time it goes in my hand, I won't go throwing it.
Okay.
If you notice where your arm is, it's directly above in line with your ears, straight up. And then this is a halo.
Okay.
And so you can go from halo and bring it down into passing, like so.
Okay.
Perfect. Good job. And you'd even got a little bit of your first hand of a halo in there, so good job.
Okay.
All right, and I think that's the end of our class. So
Thank you very much.
very much
I
for
learned a lot.
being my student.